Hey everyone, welcome to Learn Guitar with Benny YouTube channel. I'm excited to get back practicing guitar again, but before I do that, I have some explanation to do. Um, as some of you know, I started this channel to inspire people who know in their heart that they're supposed to learn guitar and they've wanted to learn guitar at any age. They've wanted to learn guitar for a while, but the life has just been happening and they haven't been able to do that. So I started this YouTube channel with that goal in mind, and that is still the goal. And so I basically just started recording video and documenting my guitar learning journey in a way. And so and then I stopped and I disappeared. I know. I stopped for quite a bit, and I think I have an explanation to do on that regard. So life happens, things happened, and I had to step away for a little bit from learning guitar and just focus on some things that I was that required my attention at the moment. I was working on some new music. I released 2 songs. They're on Spotify. Maybe I'll put the link here if you want to listen to the songs. Also, my job became more demanding, and so I really wasn't able to focus on this. But all of those are excuses. I could have still made time. The truth is, I could have still made time. It probably wouldn't have been as long as I was getting at the beginning. But things changed. Life happened. But still, in my heart, I kept like having that feeling. You gotta jump back into learning guitar. You gotta jump back into learning guitar. And to be honest, I was also feeling a little bit um, afraid in a way that oh, I feel like an imposter. I told people I was gonna learn guitar. They should follow my journey of me learning guitar, and then I step away, and then nobody know, without telling anyone on this channel, what was happening. But I have let all of that go and stepped out again. I'm gonna keep learning guitar, and I'm gonna pick up where I left off, or I think I'm gonna start from the beginning of the course that I was following, which is Pick Up Music. They have great guitar course if you wanna check out Pick Up Music. And so today I'm gonna start again day one. I know I did 21 days, but I'm gonna jump back and start over day one of learning guitar. And if you are like me, you started learning guitar and then you kind of you know, decided to stop, or you got discouraged or something like that, I just want to encourage you to jump back again with me. I stopped too, but now I'm back again. And so that is what happened. Life happened, and I stopped practicing guitar. And now I'm gonna start practicing guitar again. My guitar is right here, and today I'm on Pick Up Music here on my computer. I have Pick Up Music here ready to jump back into the course. And basically what I had been learning on Pick Up Music is caged system, all the cage shapes and all the scales that connect together. And there's this great class with Molly. I think her name is Molly, is the teacher, and she's doing a great job explaining all those things. And so today, I think I was probably at day 6 or something, but today I'm gonna start from day 1 again because I want to review all the things that I might have forgotten, and we're gonna start afresh. So pick up your guitar and practice with me.
Today, I'll give you an overview of the cage system. Now, don't get overwhelmed by feeling like you have to master everything. Today's all about understanding the concepts and understanding this beautiful system called caged. A good way to start your cage journey is to think about this. How many ways can you play a C chord up your fretboard? You should already know this open C, 5th string root bar chord C, and 6-string root bar chord C. Guess what? You already know 3 out of the 5 cage shapes. Your C, A, and E shape. You'll notice that each of these shapes has a name, and these names come from your open beginning chords. So the C shape is based off the C chord you already know. Now, this bar chord here, why is it called A shape? Check it out. Right here is a C chord. When you move it down, it's based off this A open chord that you already know. It's the same shape. Here we are as an A chord, move it up. Now the C chord based off your A shape. Your E shape is based off this open E chord, and when moved up, can become any shape, but in this case, it's a C chord because of that root. Now, one thing to make note of, you'll notice I'm moving and using my first finger as the nut. It's kind of like having your first finger become a capo. Let's get into the 2 remaining shapes, G and D. You may guess your G shape is based off of this open G chord. Same thing as before. So now when I move it up, I can use my first finger as a sort of imaginary capo or nut, and I'll move it all the way up, so my 6-string root is no longer a G, but now a C. Now, side note, I will not play this chord in real life, so I feel like you have to actually play it. It's about the visualization of it. So notice, this is a C chord, G shape. Again, don't worry about playing it, just see the shape. We're gonna go a lot deeper in the following days. Now, same concept for your D chord. Take this D shape you know and love, and we're gonna move it up and act as if our first finger then becomes the capo or the nut, move it all the way up to where our C is a root. This is a C chord, D shape. Side note, do not feel like you have to play this shape perfectly. It is not about playing any of these, it's about visualizing. So let's summarize what we have. We started with the C shape. Notice how this root connects to the next chord. Right here, and now we're going to this A shape. They share that root and some other material that we'll get into later. Now check out the front of my A shape, how it connects to the back of my G shape. They have this zone right here that we'll call the equator, where this A shape and G shape connect. So check out this with the G shape. This front root, 6 string, connects to the next shape, our E shape, same root. And once again, they have other shared material that we'll get into in the upcoming days. Now the front of the E shape connects to the back of the D shape. We have this 4th string root right here that connects to our E shape. So all 5 shapes connect together, and it's a beautiful circle where this D shape, notice this little triangle, connects to the high up C shape. That same triangle is at the bottom of our C shape. So there we have our 5 shapes of the cage system. So let's take a step back. The cage system is not about playing these shapes I've been showing you perfectly up and down your guitar neck. It is about how to see the fretboard. It's unlocking the neck, so you can move seamlessly from one end to the other in any key. You can use the cage system to learn scales, to learn arpeggios, to learn triads, and most importantly, it truly is a system for visualizing your fretboard. In exercise 1, we'll play the shapes together. Grab your guitar, and I'll see you there.
Okay, so that was the introduction to this section 1, and basically she was talking about the things that you need to know before starting this course, which is all the chords in the caged all the shapes in the caged system, which is C. You have your root right there, then you have C but in the shape of A. You have, that's a root, and then you have this one, G shape, but C. We could play it that way, we could play it this way, or you could play it this way. So yeah. So I had already practiced all of these, but it's always good to just review and warm up. Then the next one from here, so that's G shape. And then next one will be E shape. And then D, the last one. So that was the first video in this particular section. This video right here, that's the one we just finished. So we're gonna go to the next one. Actually, I'm gonna practice these shapes a little more. Dang, my guitar's out of tune. So sometimes I play my C shape like that, or like that. But all that matters, you have to know your root notes, which is your A, note on your third fret, and your B note string on your first fret. And then we have okay, next. Exercise 1.
In this exercise, we're going to play the 5 shapes of the cage system. C, A, G, but we'll break it up into 2 pieces, just the lower and the higher, E shape, and just that triangle of the D shape. We're doing this because it's going to really help us set up that foundation so you can visualize the shapes. Once again, this visualization is so important. So this doesn't have to be perfect.
Like
Don't get
this
stressed out about making sure every
×2
note is
speed.
perfect. More so what's important is that you can visualize it, you can see it, you have a feel for it. So give it your best go. Starting with our C shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ready for that A shape. 4. G shape broken into 2 pieces. A. E shape. And D shape. 2, 3, 4. Whole thing from the top, okay? Back to the C shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. G shape. E shape. Back to the top, same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go.
Oh, that was terrible.
And 4. And
G's kind of hard. Uh-oh. Got lost.
last chord. Great work.
Okay, so after that, I'm just gonna do a few more reps just to make sure. I'm still struggling with the A shape. I know the root is right here. And then G's right there. And then, or this way. Or this way. Then D is right here. Then C again. So C, the root is right there. Then A, root is okay. Then G shape. I have about 3 options here. First one. I don't like it. The way it sounds. So much better. And then E shape. Then D shape. Then start C again. Let's go down, that's D. And then we'll have E. Then we have G right here. Then back to C. No, actually A. Back to C. Again, another vulnerable thing here that I'm dealing with a camera in front of me recording and me practicing is sometimes I feel tempted to not slow down because I'm trying to prove something, and I always have to remind myself that's not the point. The point is like whoever's gonna watch this, it's really not about views on these videos that I'm making as much as like inspiring people to pick up their guitar and practice. And so I have to constantly remind myself in my head, it's like it's not like it's an audition. You're not auditioning. You are learning, just like the way you take your time to learn and master something when there was no camera in front of you. You got to take the same approach with this. So I gotta remember that. So I still don't feel very confident in some of these shapes, but I'm gonna do one more round and then go to the next exercise in the course. So that is the D shape. The root is, and then from there we're gonna go to E shape. That way, and the root here is, nope. Yep, that's the root. And then from there we have G. Oh, yeah, I think, yeah, G shape, which will be like this. Yep. Or it would be like this. Oh, this way. Not quite. So this should be the root. Those two, and then the other one, the other option, B, and then this option, you have root and then 3 root notes. This one is harder. And then from there we have A shape, root, and then here we have C. Root, root. All right, let's go to exercise 2.
So what we'll do in this next exercise is play our roots in each shape. We'll start with our C shape and play our root on the 5th string, our root on the 2nd string, jump up to our A shape right here and play our root on the 5th string and play that root on the 3rd string. In our G shape, we have 3 roots, 6th string, 3rd string. Notice that same 3rd string from our A shape. I still want you to be paying attention to how those chords connect. And then that root on the 1st string. In our E shape, we have 3 roots as well, 6th string, 4th string,
Oh, wow.
and 1st string.
Oh, I did not know that. Let's do that again.
In the last
That's interesting.
4th string and 1st on the 1st string. In our E shape, we have 3 roots as well,
Oh, yeah.
6th string,
Yeah.
4th string, and 1st string.
So,
In the last shape, our D shape, we have 2 roots. 4th string, that low open string, if we're in our open position, so we have our 4th string, and then our 2nd string root. We'll hit each of those roots position at a time, going up, and we'll do that 3 times. I'll walk you through as we go along. Let's get ready, get into that C shape. We'll identify these roots. A. Ready for the A shape? Here we go. G shape, here we go. 3, 4. E shape, 3, 4. D shape, 2, 3, 4. Back to the top, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 3, 4. G shape. Three, 4. Switch. 2, 4. To the top. 2, 3, 4. Switch. 2, 3, 4. Switch. Last 1, 2, 3, 4.
okay, that was a good run. So we have C. I'm gonna refresh on those roots. Then A shape. That's nope. That's actually I gotta go back. I don't know if that's right or not. Okay, there's that. And then have that. G's. Then we have 3 roots on the E shape too. G's wild, okay. All right, I'm going to. So the way this course is, they have like it's divided in days. So right here, I'm seeing. I don't even know if you can see it correct. You have date 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then each day has like lesson and then exercise 1, exercise 2, and then jam. So right now I'm about to go into a jam and let's see what we have here.
Hi, you've made it to the jam. My name is Sam and I'll be your jam buddy over the next few days. So also we're getting through today's lesson with Molly. How a jam works is you and I will be playing through everything you've learned today and applying it in a musical way. So we'll be starting off here in a C shape and let's play this shape together. Here we go. Play it with me. One more time. Great, now I'm going to find the 2 root notes in the C shape. Play it with me. Let me hear those roots. Great, now let's move on to our second shape, the A shape here. So it's like that open a little bit up here in the key of C major. So we'll play the C shape together. Here we go. Play it with me. Great, let's find those roots. Here we go. So hopefully you can see how that same root note is shared, as Molly told you, between the C shape and the A shape. That's an important connector to note. And C, all those connecting root notes between each of the shapes. That's going to be crucial as you move forward through the K-tuning pathway. So let's move to the G shape. This is a bit of a funky one, so just bear with us. Let's play the chord together in 2 parts, 1 part, and then high octave. Here we go. Low strings and then a high root note. Great, let's find those root notes in the G shape. Root, root, root. And again.
Root, root.
A couple more times. There's 3 root notes. Play them with me. Last time. So what are the connector notes there? Well, you know that in the A shape, that root note exists, and it's like the equator, that root note also exists in the G shape. So let's move on to our 4th shape, the E shape. This one should be nice and familiar. We'll play the chord together, then hit those roots. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, chords. E shape. Great, let's hit those 3 root notes together. Play it with me. Root, root, root. And again. See the connections. Your guitar is a map. See the connections on that map. Great, now we're going to move on to our final shape. This is the D shape, so we're just going to get that little triangle sitting all the way at the top. Not worrying about the root note at first, so here we go. This is a D-shaped triangle. Here we go. 3, play it with me. 4, 2, 3, and again. Give a little shake, a little vibrato. You can make any exercise musical if you want. A couple more times. Now start seeing that root note below it. Gonna hit it in a sec. 2 root notes here. Okay, here we go. Root notes. Play it with me. Root. Root. Let me hear those root notes. A couple more times. See how that lower root note is part of the E shape. You see that E shape right there? Awesome job, shake it out. Now we are gonna put it all together, so get ready for it. We're gonna play the root notes in each shape. It's gonna be fairly quick, but don't worry, we'll do it a few times, so you better grab it with me. So, starting off in a C shape here, we'll go root, root, move up to the A, root, root, G, and so on and so forth. Get ready, here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Play it with me. Root. A shape. G shape, 3 roots. Get ready for your E shape. 1, 2, 3, E shape. And finally, our D shape, 2 root notes. Here we go. 1, 2, D shape. Great, let's do that one more time, working our way pretty quickly through these root notes. It's all about repetition and speed and familiarity with each of these shapes. Here we go. 1, 2, you know what to do. Root. A shape. Play it with me. G shape. E shape. Nearly done. Finishing up in a D shape. So today was a less musical jam, but have faith, we'll be building on this material with Molly over the next days, and I'll see you tomorrow for another jam. We'll be making music with all of this cage material that you're learning. So I'll see you back tomorrow, and nice work.
Okay, so I have completed day 1 for today. But if you're like me, and you get obsessed with things, right now I'm gonna just stand up and practice again what I've learned today and try to improvise, trying to come up with my own way of practicing it, because that's gonna help solidify it in my head. At least that's how I approach these things. I get so obsessed with things sometimes in a good way that by the time I'm done with day 1, when I come tomorrow, I don't want to have to be like, oh, I forgot what was this like. So all the concepts that I learned from day 1 today, I want to be able to demonstrate those really well, or fairly well. And so what I'm gonna do right now, one of the things that I've learned, like playing guitar, is playing guitar while sitting and while standing up are 2 different things. You might practice a song and you're just sitting, and then when it's time to play the song and you have to stand up, it's a completely almost different orientation in a way. And so right now I'm gonna stand up and just redo all the things, maybe with a click, all the things that I learned today. And let me set up a click. Metronome. And then after that, I think I will be good. All right. I can't seem to be able to set up a metronome, so I'm just gonna stand up and practice. Adjust this strap. I normally have one of my friends at church borrow my guitar to play, so that's why it's a totally different size. Okay. Alright, so basically what I learned today, today was more of a review day because I'm getting back to practicing guitar, just like I said at the beginning of this video. And my goal of uploading these videos are honestly to inspire someone who wants to get back at learning guitar, or they want to start their own journey of learning guitar. There are people out there that they're supposed to be learning guitar, or you really wanted to learn guitar. So use this as inspiration. Play my videos while you're practicing on your own time, or be inspired to pick up your instrument, even if it's not guitar, something else. Pick up that instrument again, start learning. So today I learned C. I knew this already, but we were just reviewing today. But the most important things here is finding the root notes. So in this C shape, there are 2 root notes, and it's this one and that one. So A string on the 3rd fret and B string on the first fret. So then this shape connect to A shape. Remember, we're on the caged system. So here we have, again, 2 root notes. This one that one. This one connect from C right here, which is the A string on the 3rd fret and the G string in 5th fret. Oh. See how hard it is when you stand up. So I'm gonna do C, A, okay, and then the next one after A is a G shape, and they're like, in this course they show like 3 different ways of playing G shape. So there's this one, which is my opinion, the hardest. Yeah, I haven't even. So I have this root right here, then I have this, then that. Another option of playing, it'll be like this. You basically cut that shape in half. Play. And then oh. So root, 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 root. Now we're gonna go to E shape after that. We have 3 roots here. Root, root, root. Then we have D shape that has only 2 roots, as far as I know. So now we're gonna go back descending. D, root, root, E, root, root, no, root, no, root, root, root. Then after E, I go to G shape. 3 options of playing here. The hardest one, so I'll start with the hardest one. Have 3 root notes. And then after that we have A shape. 3 roots here. And then we have C. C, A, G, 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 E, E, D, D. Now let's descend. Alright, another thing that I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna learn at least 2 chord shapes. So one thing that I try to do when it comes to learning guitar, I play piano, is I try to learn a new concept, and then after learning that concept, while I'm developing that concept, practicing, developing a skill in that concept, I um, find, and on that, let me repeat this. What I try to do is to learn in two ways. Learn the concept, practice that concept, but sometimes the concept that you're learning, it's not transferable to a song right away. So you want to learn something that's valuable right now. Like, for example, I learned all these shapes. They're just shapes, but they're not like a song or anything. And for me to be like a, you know, skillful guitar player, I gotta be able to play songs, or play music, something that's transferable to daily practical musicianship. And so one thing that I do is I learn a concept. Like today, I learned the cage system. I was just reviewing today, all those things, um, and then now I'm gonna learn a chord that I could use tomorrow at church. Just like learn a new chord, practice it. And so I have this guy. Um, I do not know his name, but he has a YouTube channel if you want to check him out. Um, it's called Guitar for His Glory, and he talks about these movable shapes, simple shapes that you can use on guitar, like especially on worship music. And so that's what I'm gonna practice here, like one or two of them, and then after that, I will be done with guitar for today. Oh yeah, I know this one. Nope, that's not very good. Oh, this is a hard one. Oh, yeah. So that's the root, and this is the root. Actually, I really like this shape. So let's do 5, 3, 4, 5. It has like a perfect fifth kind of voicing into it. No, it's this one. Nope. So I just learned this shape. This is discovery. Okay, let me show you. The shape is right here. So this guy teaches movable shapes, right? This is the shape. And you might not see it really well, but hopefully. So that is the shape right there. And the number one is where your root notes are. It's right there, right there. And so this is, it has like that perfect fifth kind of sound vibe in a way, voicing. And so I've been learning it just now. I just started practicing learning it. And then I was just experimenting with it. So for example, if I am, this song we sing in church a lot, How Great Is Our God. So if I am playing How Great, like in the key of E. So the root note of E would be this one. This is where, this is E. So it would be like this. That is the shape. How great is our God. Sing with me. Find C sharp minor. It's right here. How great. Right there is our God. And all we'll see. Find A, which is fourth E. How great. A and then B. How great. How great. How great. How great. Nope. How great. Nope. How. I'm gonna start over. How great is our God? Sing with me. How great is our God? Oh, we'll see how great. How great is our God. Is the name, is the name, oh name. You are worthy of our praise. In my heart, will sing how great is our God. How great is our God. Sing with me how great. Is our God. Is a name you are worthy of praise, and my heart sing how great is our God. Is the name above all names. You are worthy of praise, and my heart sings how great is our God. So I can move the ship when, whenever I want to here on the fretboard. So that was pretty good. All right, guys, thank you for joining me today, and keep practicing, keep dreaming of great things that God has put in your heart. I want to do this so that when I stand to lead worship, I'm able to lead without having to worry about my guitar. I just want to be able to have enough level of skill where I'm able to lead people, direct the band, and also sing. And so I know that takes a lot of discipline and a lot of learning, but I am committed to it, and I do this in public so that I feel like it helps me be accountable. So thank you for joining me today, and tomorrow we'll be doing day 2. God bless you. Bye.